Sup gamers, I'm the Dino Gamer 556, and here I'm gonna say something totally crazy, out of this world, nuclear take. I like Zenless Zone Zero. Wow, I know, right? Absolutely crazy. Can you believe it? The Dino Gamer 556 likes an objectively fun game? Wow. You know, people, judge this game, and I definitely understand why. Yeah, its character demo and trailers are well targeted towards a certain audience, but a lot of people just judge it before they even play it, and you can't really just judge something before you play it. That's not how it works, you know? Like, seriously. And I'm going to be giving you guys reasons why I like Zenless Zone Zero so much. And the first thing is its world building. Now, if you guys don't know, I love world building in media. It's like my favorite parts of it. Now, the world building of Zenless Zone Zero is the fact that it takes place in a post-apocalyptic world known as New Eridu. And this is the last remaining civilization alive because civilization was basically wiped out by these things called the Hollows, which have aether, which can, mutate things. It calls aether crystals, ethereals, dangerous monsters made of aether. And it's also very, dimension-y and warpy. It's easy to get lost in there. And within New Eridu, there's a lot of corruption, gangs, and it's always scrambling to survive and hard to survive. And another thing is the world just feels so alive. There's so many different NPCs you can talk to that aren't even important, but you can do it anyway. And there's so many other things that you could just totally miss, but it makes the world feel more alive. You can walk around this main city. You can literally watch movies. You can literally play arcade games. Imagine the amount of dedication that must have gone into, making something like that. It makes the world feel lived in, and I like that. It makes it just feel lived in, and I like that. Like I said, another great aspect is the game's story. The game revolves around two proxies, and a proxy in this world are basically people who help guide people through hollows. Now, being a proxy is actually illegal. You see, since hollows are so dangerous, it's illegal to enter a hollow without a permit. Now, NEPS, basically New Eridu Public Security, which is New Eridu's version of the police, and HAND, which is another, hollow investigation people, are the only people allowed in hollows. Proxies are technically criminals, but our proxy friends are not actually villains themselves, and are actually good guys and the main characters, and they're searching for their teacher who caused the fall of the old capital. You see, the reason why it's called New Eridu is because the fall of the old capital, Eridu, which is basically the big overarching mystery. We want to figure out who caused the old fall of the capital. Now, the story starts with us meeting characters all from all different factions, and a lot of the strong points of the game are its characters. And I don't mean their designs. I really don't care. Sure, some of the characters like Billy look cool and all, but I don't know. A lot of the characters are actually surprisingly deep with a lot of angst. And when I mean angst, they just have a lot of problems that they have to solve, tragic pasts, that kind of stuff. And a lot of the characters are really deep and interesting, or just outright goofy and entertaining. And, that's always fun when you have a game. A lot of times you remember the characters the most. And honestly, Zenless Zone Zero's characters kind of remind me of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters to an extent. Very fun. And there's, like I said, just so much content you can do. The combat is very satisfying. It is just mashing buttons, and it is fun to just mash buttons. There is kind of a meta to it, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter what character you get. Because even though Zenless Zone Zero is a gacha game, you can go through the entire main story without even having to pull for an agent. Because it gives you trial mode agents. Which means I've been playing the game for a long time now. And I haven't had to pay money for anything. At all. I haven't had to spend money at all. It's fair with its currency. And it's, like I said, good with its currency. Now, are some of the characters a little underutilized? Sure, but almost every character has something interesting about them. I mean, you can even, text and, message the characters. And you can, play arcade games with them. And I suck at the arcade games, but I'm decent at combat. There's so many little mini-games and challenges you can do. That's so interesting. Or, like I said, how in Zenless Zone Zero, you go through all these different factions: the Cunning Hares, Bellabog Industries, Victoria Housekeeping, the Sons of Caledon, and Section 6, something like that. And at the finale of Chapter 5, which was really cinematic, you see all the factions kind of go up together in this Avengers, like, style, Avengers Infinity War style climax. And also, the cutscenes are very crispy. Like, they're very smooth, very bouncy, very, like, it's very good, very expressive. I like it. Like I said, really cool. And it goes from comic strips. It's surprisingly funny. The game is charming. It's funny. It's goofy. The community actually, like, the creators listen to the community and give fair rewards. They buff characters so they don't become irrelevant. It's like, it's good. Like, I enjoy it. They give you agent stories. So if you don't see enough of that agent's actual, like, story, you can actually, like, dive more into the character. And that is interesting. I like it when they build deeper characters. And I also like how they have this overarching story. Right now, we're dealing with the Exaltists. People who are trying to turn people into ethereals on purpose. You see, if a person is in a hollow for too long and they don't have the protective equipment, they themselves can turn into ethereal. The Exaltists are extreme cult people who think everybody should be turned into ethereals so they can become peak humanity. And I thought that was interesting. The game has villains. Can you believe it? And it has a story. Can you believe it? And I just think it's very fun. I mean, even my sister enjoys it. And it's just a good game. Sure, it gets a bad rep because of its character teasers, but most of its character teasers and trailers and ads aren't even a great reflection. One of the characters, Jane Doe, literally is completely different from herself in her trailers compared to how she actually is in game. And I'm pretty sure the only reason why they made the trailers that way was to attract a certain audience that I am not a part of. Yeah, there are normal people who can enjoy this game. Seriously. The combat is fun and entertaining and smooth. Heck of a lot better than Star Rails, which, although I haven't played it, it's turn-based. But not like a fun Pokemon turn-based. It looks boring. Anyway, I've said my reasons for liking Zenless Zero. It's world building. It's great. It makes the world feel lived in. The characters, they're entertaining, goofy, and surprisingly deep. And it's fun to learn about their past. The whole mystery of trying to solve who caused the fall of the Capitol as they lay out the breadcrumbs. The cinematics are also incredible. It's just, honestly, a really well-made game. And if it wasn't in the art style it was, and if the trailers weren't so, you know how they are, and it wasn't developed by Hoyoverse, I think people would actually give this game a chance. But you know what? People can judge a book by its cover. They can judge me, but I don't care. I think Zenless Zone Zero is a good game, and I will die on that hill unless the developers pull a Fortnite and make it worse. But if that doesn't happen, I will stay a fan. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed my little video talking about why I like this game, because apparently I have to make a video explaining why I like a video game, then consider subscribing and liking the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.